Next, global warming will also cause more heat waves and heavy rains. Okay, what are heat waves? Heat waves are prolonged periods of unusually hot weather, at least 5 degrees Celsius greater than the average daily minimum. Okay, and they have the greatest impacts during summer months. Right, and the impact is worsened when it is accompanied with high humidity. I already explained to you about the combined effects of high humidity and increased temperatures in our previous lecture. So the problem with high humidity is that it doesn't allow our sweat to evaporate. So our body cannot get rid of our latent heat by sweating. So this actually stresses our body more, and it can create lethal conditions for us. So due to increased global warming, we will experience more heat waves, more frequent heat waves that will last longer, okay, as well as heavy rains that will be more frequent and last longer. So this will have serious consequences for our ecosystems, can kill, injure crops, livestock, and even us. So we have evidence for this as well. Heat waves used to happen once every 3 years, but is now happening once every 200 days. Okay, and a small increase in global temperature will lead to a dramatic change in the frequency of extreme events. For instance, 1 in 5 extreme rain events has already been experienced globally as a result of that mere 0.8 degrees Celsius global rise in temperature since the Industrial Revolution. Remember, I told you this may look like a small number, but its effects is actually tremendous. Okay, so in a normal climate, the probability of extreme events can be visualized in a traditional bell curve. Okay, so extreme weather event should be at the extreme ends of this bell curve. So what climate change has done is that it has shifted the curve to the hotter side. Okay, increasing the average. Okay, and created more frequent bouts of hot weather. Now, how exactly does increased greenhouse gas emissions and global warming, how does it actually create more heat waves and heavier rains? Now, when due to global warming, when warm air floats up, okay, they will hold a lot of moisture. And when this warm air that hold moisture, when they meet cool air, the moisture will condense into water droplets. And when the water droplets are big enough, they fall down as rain. I believe all of you are familiar with how rain is formed. Okay, but intense and prolonged warming over one region may lead to increased evaporation of water and droughts. Okay, so let's say, right, there's intense warming in this area, leading to an increase of evaporation of water in this area. A lot of water evaporate, and then it will be carried away by the currents to move to another location. So there isn't enough rainfall over here, so this place may go into drought. So when that warm air travels from this region to another region and meet cooler air, they will precipitate and dump heavy rain onto it. Okay, so this is how we can create heat waves in one region and then heavier rains in other regions. Okay, so do we have evidence for this? Yes, global warming has indeed led to heavier rains and more occurrences of flooding all around the world. Okay, this is because warmer air holds more moisture, so they will lead to more intense rainfall. Okay, and the return period of extreme rain events has decreased from 50 years to 30 years. Okay, this is data taken from the Gulf. Okay, in mid-August, they were comparing the data in 1900 to present day. So they noted that the average number of years between intense rainfall, okay, has decreased from 50 years to uh, 30 years. So there has been an increased frequency of extreme rain events. On top of that, the intensity of the rain, they are measuring the typical 3-day heavy rain total in inches, and they notice that the intensity of the extreme rain events has also increased by 10%.